A warm welcome from St. Paul's Lutheran Church and School in Menomonie, Wisconsin. I'm Pastor Aaron Schultz, and I want to give you an overview of how we share God's grace with the Menomonie area. We want to connect you with God's grace in Jesus Christ and with God's people in whatever way works for you right now and is comfortable for you. So, we are here in Menomonie. Our purpose is that God's amazing grace empowers us to love and serve God and one another. We carry out that purpose together through three very focused ministry areas. You see them pictured for you: worship, growth groups, and the school. Worship is pictured for you up on the upper left. And that's what it would look like if you would walk in on a Sunday morning, is when we would normally be meeting. And you can take whatever seat you want. There are people at the doors who can answer your questions. You will receive a worship folder, kind of an agenda of what's going on that day, what to expect. Things are on the screen for those who can't read very well. Actually, the screen is easier to read than print a lot of times. And it's nice for families who are holding kids that they can worship hands-free. You see our growth groups pictured on the bottom left. That's just to illustrate that growth groups are about connecting you deeply with God and with His people. These are for anybody from any background. You can have a lot of knowledge about Jesus Christ. You can have very little to none. And this is a good, safe place to ask your questions about life, your questions about God, your questions about St. Paul's even. And finally, the school. You see our current staff pictured there, although that's going to be growing very, very soon, and that picture will be much larger. But we have a school that is currently serving around 60 children, and next year, 80-plus children. So what does St. Paul's do besides worship, growth groups, and school? Well, we do those three ministry areas because we're using them to train missionaries. We want to share God's grace in all we do. We want to actively foster a safe campus, meet people where they're at, offer counseling, and provide affordable Christian education. So if you're new, where do you start? What do you do next? I would suggest going over to the I'm New tab on stpaulmenomonie.com. That will give you a list of actionable steps you can take when you're ready, when you're comfortable, what's right for you right now. So check out that list of what you can do next on the I'm New tab. We want to invite everybody to our grace classes. That's where you get a very honest, transparent look at who Jesus Christ is and what Jesus teaches, what we believe and teach about Jesus Christ and God's grace.